All right, folks. I don't know if you can see inside here. What this is a very crappy homemade bird cage. And inside this crappy homemade bird cage is an adorable little budgie. How did I happen to be sitting at my dining room table with a crappy old homemade bird cage and an adorable little budgie inside? I'm glad you asked. It's currently Wednesday. On Sunday afternoon, on a cold, wet, rainy Sunday, I look just out there about 10 feet out this window and I see a bird hopping around my deck. And as a guy who likes birds, who's always looking at birds and taking note of the birds and feeding the birds, I look out there and I say, geez, I've never seen that kind of bird before. That's weird. What is it? Very bright, very flashy bird. Didn't seem like a native species. I look a little closer and wow, it's a budgie. There's a budgie bobbing around on my deck. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know how he got there. But I think he came to the right house. Anyway, so I see him out there and I think that's funny. And what do? Well, you know, I got some bird seed. I got all kinds of bird seed. We'll put some bird seed out for him. He kind of starts pecking at it and I kind of watching him for a while. And at this point I start to think. The old Dan brain starts kicking into action. And I start to think, golly gee, what kind of budgie am I looking at here? Am I looking at the kind of budgie that wants to live free in the wild? Live free, die young out in the wilds of Canada? Or am I looking at a budgie here who wants to live a long, happy, gushy life in captivity? One of the problems here is we have a lot of cats. A lot of dummies let their cats wander around all day. And as a guy who's got a bird feeder, I despise cats. And this budgie doesn't really seem to have much fear or understanding that he should be looking around a little more than he does. Anyway, so this budgie is hopping around on my deck. I'm watching this. All of a sudden, this budgie he's on nearby trees, and he starts flying into the windows of my house. And at this point, I say, okay, I got to do something. This little guy is going to kill himself. And the last thing I want is to find this budgie's dead body lying underneath the window because he flew into my window. So I leap into action. I say, how can I catch a budgie? He likes the food. I know that already. How can I catch a budgie? So the only kind of trap I know how to make is kind of a drop-down trap. So the only thing I have that I can possibly do it with is a peach basket. So I go in the garage, grab a peach basket, set it up, food under there, and like an hour later, he's not coming. So how can I draw this bird under the peach basket? I start thinking, put the old Dan brain to use, and I come up with the idea of putting like some kind of music, some kind of birds chirping. YouTube's the place to go for all that stuff. So I set up the trap, set up my laptop right behind it with like a 3-hour bird video of budgies chirping. And it does the trick. He immediately starts coming in the nearby branches and he's looking around, but still takes a long time. Anyways, eventually I catch him. Trap drops down. Brilliant. Problem is I now got a budgie on my hands. Anyways, my neighbor, he's a Lebanese guy. He used to catch these things back in Lebanon as a kid. That was his job, catching wild birds. He told me this was a gift from God and it was blah, blah, blah. But anyways, he gave me some pointers how to take care of it. I put 2 peach baskets together. But I do let him fly around in the living room and dining room here. First day I let him out. Bang, he goes straight into the front window. So I think the bird's a little confused about if he wants inside or outside. Anyways, flies into the window. He does a little crack in his nose and I feel so bad. Ugh. Last thing I want to do is rescue the bird only to have him die inside the house. Anyways, I think I may have found a new home. I looked for the original owners, kind of looked online, looked at some websites and this and that, but I don't know, man. Too much trouble. They're only like $39, so if some family lost their budgie, they can go out and buy a new one. This is going off, I think tomorrow is going off to a new home with a big family, a lot of kids, grandparents, kids, grandkids, all living under a house. They can all look after it and love it. And I think he'll do fine there. Certainly a cute little guy. Nice to have around. Fun to catch. I think after now being a regular mouse catcher Now I can add bird catcher to my list. I'm ready to go straight to tigers, lions, and elephants. I just got to find a bigger peach basket. Anyhow, that is my yet another tale from my extraordinary life. My extraordinary life of thrills and drama. Talk to you later.